Welcome back, everybody. It's your host, the most here, Starborn Feline, starting a new episode of Reverse 99 with you. We are continuing down our what's it called? Our adventure down Paradise Regained. So again, just as a quick recap, I believe this is a capstone basically for the current set of chapters for Reverse 99. So I'm going to say this is book 2 is the best way I can put it. This is our end chapter. And so far, we've learned a fair bit that the Manus and some of Xenos I apologize if you're hearing double music. That's from my speaker. I was saying, but Xenos, the Foundation, Manus, they're all heading towards Antarctica, mainly because of the Manus. So Manus is planning some big ritual that they've started, they've had in preparation for a while now, and it would seem that, as we learned last episode, they're trying to eliminate any foreign or alien elements. In this case, any humans in the area, which unfortunately has been less of a, has been less of a merciful act, let's say, than you would expect. Well, I mean, you've seen what the Manus do to people they don't like, so not surprising. But anyway, we are here on part 11. This pass sur l'avenir, the darkest before the dawn. Sorry, always darkest before the dawn. I'm sorry. Let's see. So I'm not gonna hold you guys out too much longer and just hop right into it.
Guys?
Yes, Nautika. We noticed it too. This is the 6th time we've passed this stone wall.
It might even be more than the 6th time. We walked for 15 minutes before we realized we were going in circles. I'm afraid we have to face the fact that we're trapped in this labyrinth, Timekeeper.
Just like in the legends. The Black Forest, the Demon of the Crossroads, the Twilight Loop.
Wait, Miss Amundsen. We need to think dialectically. Let's not jump straight to evil spirits. It could be the result of some kind of arcane skill.
I had the same thought, but I don't sense any arcane fluctuations around here. That said, this radio in the sled dogs couldn't just vanish into thin air. There must be a hidden exit, or something else at play here.
Let me give it a try. I may not be an Arcanist, but we human explorers have our ways. My grandfather taught me how to tell the directions using a watch and the position of the sun. I have his watch right here. I took it with me. Let me see. What was it again? Point the hour hand towards the sun and bisect the angle between the hour hand and 12 o'clock to find the south. Wait, we're in the southern hemisphere, so it actually points north. Thankfully, we aren't in the polar night yet. We still have the sun in the sky. There's no sun.
Manus Vindictae's ritual is affecting the day and night cycle.
Don't worry, Miss Amundsen. There must be another way. Timekeeper, I suggest we try to exit this area first.
Agreed. We can't afford to risk any more time in here.
We're back at the beginning again.
I've been keeping an eye on the sled dog's footprints. We've been following them all this time, but we still seem to be going in circles. How did they disappear, along with Miss Radio?
Is this a trap? A trap that only lets dogs leave? I don't want to be stuck here forever. The ruins are just behind the pass. They're so close. Is it really impossible to get there? But Matu told me that it's different this time. This is the closest I've ever been. Across this land, the Mother's light is sown, and through all things, her spirit clearly shone. This is what I came for.
The sled dogs followed Dr. Doris's scent from the typewriter.
That's right. And the direction of their barking is consistent. So, unless the labyrinth has been designed to carry sound in a particular direction, they must have made it through to the other side, where the ruins are. Which means Dr. Doris must have made it through the labyrinth too.
Exactly. Although we can't be sure whether she was guided here. Let's assume that she was alone.
Then, despite the fact that she's blind, somehow she didn't get trapped by these stone walls.
This Dr. Doris you're looking for, she's blind?
Yes, she always covers her eyes with a patch or bandage.
Through Giant Mother's bones, the path is laid. In bloody pain, eternal life is made. The blind seer walks, and we her path do take. For all will shift in the Evernight's wake.
Are those proverbs from the legend of the Mother Spirit?
Yes, they are.
Could this folktale from your hometown actually derive from reality?
Even in my hometown, Many people think this proverb is an expression of the people's want for spring after the long polar night. But I've always thought that there is something else behind it. You see, the blind Dr. Doris wasn't trapped, and the dogs who followed their noses also made it through the labyrinth. We looked around this labyrinth. We looked for landmarks and for clues. We even looked for the sun to guide us. We looked. That's the difference between us and them. We've only been using our eyes.
Are you saying that...
Maybe, if we close our eyes, the true direction will be revealed.
Close your eyes, Vertain. Only when your eyes are closed will your mind open up.
It's worth a try. We don't have any other ideas at the moment. We trust you. Are you ready to walk in the darkness, ladies?
Okay, so this is a fun little puzzle. Wow. Puzzle. What the heck's a puzzle? This is a fun little puzzle. It's pitch black around here. We have to feel our way forward. Choose a direction and explore the maze step by step. As you explore in darkness, your awareness will fade. Find the exit before distortion reaches 100. When you're unsure where to go, tap the and activate Mind's Eye to find the right way. After using it, requires 2 rounds to recharge. Right, let's go out. So this is very simple. You just keep moving in the direction you didn't start with. Ever heard of the left-handed maze rule? It says that if you follow your left hand along the wall, you'll eventually find the exit. Yes, because the maze can be seen as 2 sections divided by the correct path. Follow the edge of one, you'll inevitably reach the exit. That makes sense. Why don't we try? Give it a try. Ah. My glove is stuck frozen to the rock. Yeah, no. Though, fun fact, that doesn't work with every type of maze. There are 2 types of mazes. There's the connective kind, which is where you have walls that all connect to each other at some point, basically. And then there's the disconnected maze. These have been trickier because these have sections where they're basically like little islands meant to just disorientate you. Cyril, distant, barks, echo, but the direction is unknown. The path shaped by what I... Really? You just cut it off like that? There is nothing left to feel but cold stone and defrost, harden, earth. Oh, Vertain, I have an idea. What if you try climbing the rock face? It could find the easiest exit, but it's also risky. Actually, I have experience with hopping over walls, though I'm not sure how snow-covered rocks are easy to vault as school fences. Alright, Vertain was the truant child. Darkness drawing all this in the direction. Oh my gosh, would you let me read that, please? So yeah, when you get to these multiple sections, that's where you want to use Mind's Eye. It's a bit of a simple puzzle, but it's not an awful one. Another fork in the road, since our scientific tools aren't working. Time for some Machinum. A pair of divining rods or a pendulum would help, but unfortunately our supplies are limited. All we got is this golden fleece, a Ouija board, and some incense. Wait, the Ouija board? Can we try contacting the dead? Maybe there's a friendly soul nearby who will show us the way? If they knew the way out, they would have Will they still be wandering here as ghosts? She's got a point. Verdon's got a point there. As morbid as it is. Okay, biscuit liquid seeps into every crack between the stones. And the blood hangs heavy, demanding caution. So yeah. There's some uneven imprints here. Seems someone's been through this way. Timekeeper, want to open your eyes and take a look? Let me feel them first. Four tubular proportions with faint traces of arcane energy. Maybe some kind of ancient fossil of some kind? Creatures with a similar shape have existed since the late Cambrian. No, Timekeeper, the imprints over here. That's my hand. Wind blows. Yeah, so it's a really easy puzzle to get through. But you get little snippets like that are always funny. Through the darkness, she followed old footprints along paths of melted and frozen ice.
The snow here feels different. It's harder than the last path we were on. I don't think we came this way when we were following the dog's footprints, did we?
Basalt, stone walls. A path that can't be found with open eyes. I see it now. The designer of the labyrinth used these stone walls to create an optical illusion. We missed this entrance over and over again.
Right. Even if the dogs hit into a wall, they could still follow the scent. Of course! The Mother Spirit is always right.
I think I see her.
What do you see, Vertain?
No. No. It's gone.
Take my hand, Timekeeper.
Miss Bird. What is the answer that you're searching for?
Footsteps? Timekeeper? Miss Sonetto? Miss Amundsen? Is that you? Oh, thank goodness you're here. You have no idea how many times these reckless dogs almost flung me off their backs.
Miss Radio.
Oh, Miss Radio. Great. We did it! We made it out of the labyrinth!
Where are we?
Feline. I made it. I found it. It's real. The Mother's spirit does slumber far to the south. The legends are true. And I found it.
We should keep moving. I have a feeling that all our questions will be answered once we pass through that gate.
Okay. Alright, so we've made it to, I'm guessing the door for Manus Vindictus at this point. But things are not going to get any easier from here. It's going to get harder.
Congratulations, you cleared the stage. Though I hardly thought it'd take you so long. The answer was right in front of you the whole time. Just cover your eyes. Funny. You had to do the very thing the enemy wanted you to. That was your third lesson. Hands serve to control. As for the first and the second, well, you've already seen the digestive and excretory systems. Save us both the time and look over your logs if you're curious.
Okay, yeah, I kind of get where it's implying there. That's both growth, but also not entirely untrue. I don't know why this keeps popping up. I don't care how many fossils or what current goals have reached.
Back to the topic. You almost died in there thanks to the false intel from your Eye Scouts. Luckily, Brain Command reacted quickly enough to prevent the worst from happening. You better set a second in command to avoid this kind of thing happening again. The ever-beating strategic center, the hub that every drop of blood must pass through, the violently beating when agitated. The most reliable organ, besides the brain, because it has to be. If only it didn't have a mind of its own. That'll surely lead to destruction, whether it beats fast or slow. It wasn't my intention to talk like a Renaissance artist. But when you reflect on Michelangelo's painting on that grand ceiling, there's no choice but to do so. The key to creating life could be either the Hall of Wisdom or the Land of Birth. So, you should understand art a little better now.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of get what it's saying here. One needs to be careful about how one chooses to move forward. Sometimes thinking things through is going to be best, sometimes instinct is going to be best. But there's always a chance, regardless of what your choice is, it's going to be something you're going to regret in the end. But moving forward, like I said, depending... Let's see. So, let's see what happens next here. Because like I said, we're basically at the doorstep for Methane Dictates, and it seems we're heading back with Ulrich. Just another Laplace experiment. All is prepared, but we are but a single step from a successful experiment. Ooh, that sounds promising.
Raiders out. No solar contact. Targets eliminated. We got them.
Good work, everyone. But let's not start celebrating yet. The ice is getting thicker. We are entering an ice zone. Notify all bridge personnel to reduce speed. Engineer, what's the damage report?
The Magnus hit our port side propeller. We're down to about 20% thrust on the steering, sir. God! Visual on an iceberg at 12 o'clock! It's closing in fast!
Speeding iceberg? Really? What did I tell you about staring at the snow too long? It messes with your vision. Idiots! That's no iceberg! It's a pit! A massive one! Something's under the water! A Leviathan!
Ringlock, all systems engage.
All units, report for status. Water and main battery magazine. All watertight compartments are under pressure. Captain, we're going down!
Understood. For all these years, we have fought side by side with Triglav and the 3 frigates. Not once have these old girls let us down.
The menace must be desperate to stop our landing. Sending a Vertain after us of all things.
Let them try. The Foundation will not be stopped at the Ross Sea. Triglav to operations. Initiating detonation of the onboard array.
Operations to Dida. Steer clear of the ice zone. Fall back to defense line A2.
You made your way here, through the Ross Sea. The front lines must have given you a grim taste of the war. The Manus won't let the Foundation set foot on Antarctica, not without the fight. The ritual is too important. They will stop at nothing to see it happen. So here's my offer. Reciprocity. As a gesture of good faith, allow me to share some intel on their movements with you first. There's a ruin of an ancient city deep in the heart of Antarctica. That is where the ritual will be held.
A ruin? Here?
Against that mountain, yes. But it isn't just any ruin. It's Manus Vindictae's stronghold. Rituals, preparations, high-level meetings. That is where they all happen. In order to secure the continent, they have fortified the coastlines, covering every possible landing point. The Order of Enlightenment is stationed at King Edward VII Peninsula. The Apostles' Brotherhood controls Mary Birdland. And the former Xeno Sentinel unit has deployed its forces along King George V coast. The terrain is already a natural fortress, but that wasn't enough for them. They have deployed a number of arcane-modified beasts, several Magnus and a Leviathan, if my intel is correct.
Oh, no way! A Leviathan? I heard you could sink Australia with one of those things.
Not anymore. The Triglav just blew it up and sank with it in the explosion. She was one of the Foundation's best battleships. A heavy price to pay to only reach a stalemate. If I were you, I wouldn't count on support from the Foundation forces. They are already spread thin, just holding the front line. You need a plan to complete your mission without their help. And if you are as smart as you hope you are, you will see that this map is your best shot at reaching the city without getting caught in their territory.
It all sounds too convenient, boss. We've got no clue what she's really up to.
Fair enough. But know that the Admiral has ordered the coastline be sealed. I can't let you pass, at least not without a deal. Whatever your purpose is, you won't make it further without some assistance.
Fine.
Seriously?
I'm meeting with the Timekeeper at the site of the ritual.
Ah, brilliant.
What's the Timekeeper doing there?
I'm not saying another word until you remove these cuffs.
You think you're in a position to bargain?
Bargain? You were the one suggesting reciprocity. Hardly seems reciprocal to keep us locked up, don't you think? We really are here because of a song. The record is the key to everything. In 1995, before the world was afflicted with the storm, this record, along with its arcane record player, was sent into space aboard the Regulus Space Telescope, serving as the power source of the satellite. For 12 years, it took pictures and transmitted them back to Earth. Then, in 2007, the satellite crashed near Aldeburgh, destroying everything but this record in the process.
2007. That would have been 1966, right after the Sixth Storm.
Precisely. A rock music enthusiast from that era found the record and later brought it to Laplace. She is now a member of the Timekeeper squad. The last image transmitted from the satellite was time-stamped April 16, 2007. Even after the storm sent everything back, the satellite's timeline kept moving forward.
Are you saying that the satellite crossed the storm? How?
We believe it's because of this record. It's the only material that has been proven to be immune to the storm. In our previous experiments, it reduced the severity of the storm syndrome afflicting one of our researchers and slowed its progression on me.
Wait, what?
But those results were from small-scale isolated tests. We've never tried it in a real storm. Since replicas of the record haven't demonstrated the same immunity as the original, we've developed an upgraded amplifier system for it. Now, when played on our upgraded player, this record can create an immunity zone with a 2.5-mile radius. But the immunity isn't permanent. We found that the element Regulus in the record is consumed every minute it plays. At best, we're looking at 12 minutes of protection with this original copy. If Manus Vindictae succeeds in triggering another storm with their ritual, this record may be our last line of defense. That's why I brought it here. And that's why I need to get it to the Timekeeper. Should the worst happen, at least we can minimize the damage. And I'll be able to see how it works during an actual storm. An invaluable boon to our research.
Sounds like Laplace has made remarkable progress since the Equilibrium umbrella. I have to say, I'm impressed.
So, there it is. All my cards on the table. What have you got for us?
The actual location of the ritual is in a sanctuary hidden in the heart of that mountain behind the city ruins.
First a city, now a sanctuary. Boss, she's got to be messing with us.
I am telling the truth. There is a tunnel in the city that leads into the mountain. Only the chosen are allowed through. And you can bet that the tunnel will be heavily guarded. .5 miles of immunity, you said?
That's right. I'll need to know the size of the city and the length of the tunnel to figure out the best placement for the record.
I have an idea. The mountain's interior is hollow. The sanctuary sits right in the heart of it. It used to be an active volcano, but it hasn't erupted for centuries. The elevation of the volcano is 11,616 feet. That's just under 2.2 miles.
Boss, it's not exactly easy to tell what you're thinking, you know. Surely you're not taking her seriously, are you?
Isn't going to be easy. I have marked the dangerous areas on this map. Try to avoid them when planning your route. Before you go, let me make one thing clear. This is just my advice. Whether you take it or not is up to you. If just the two of you go up the mountain, you may keep yourselves out of the enemy's sides, but it will be highly dangerous. There will be no saving you if something goes wrong.
Of course. We'll weigh our options before we make a move.
Good. Keep your head on straight, soldier.
So, just like that, you're letting us walk out of here? With the record and a map? You call it reciprocity. But what's in it for you?
Arcana's death hasn't weakened Manus Vindictae. In fact, they have kept the Foundation very busy, taking different names and causing chaos around the world. They rallied their followers, journeyed across the globe, and set the stage for their ritual on this barren land. And all right under everybody's noses. They planned every step, but you just barged in here with nothing but a record and an idea. If you were my soldiers, I would have thrown you out of my camp by now. That said, I would rather see the storm end than see you fail.
Well then, thank you for your help. Why don't you come with us? Look, we may be rushing in there like a couple of idiots, But if this works, if it really stops whatever scheme the Manus are brewing, don't you want to see it for yourself?
It doesn't matter what I want. I have orders.
Well, well. So Ulrich managed to convince someone to join them. So this actually works out really well because now we have a good bit of more firepower thanks to the Xenos. I imagine the soldiers are not going to be super happy about it, but I doubt they're going to question orders. Oh! This is what I've been waiting for. Fun little mini game.
Oh, I knew this wouldn't exactly be a Sunday stroll. But I didn't think we'd literally be carving our own trail through the wilderness. Boss, at this rate, the world will be an absolute bedlam by the time we reach the top.
Hold on. Let me check the map the lieutenant gave me.
Lieutenant Moldir. As grateful as I am that she set us free, which I absolutely am, I have to say, this isn't exactly the type of freedom I imagined. Who's there? Ouch!
Penguins? Here?
Hey, give that grenade back! No interference, right, boss? I mean, you're not going to make me fight a penguin, are you? Look at their little faces.
All members of the Sentinel Unit Antarctic Advance Party, attention! Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Rookie guard, check. Awakened researcher with a fish tank for a head, check. Mr. Ulrich, allow me to apologize for the shock my jets have given you. They're jumpier than a spring cricket at the moment. A lot of them just lost some dear friends of theirs after getting back from Florida. Brutal, really.
Penguins? In Florida?
In a squirrel? In Antarctica?
Not just any squirrel. You're looking at a sergeant, Missy. Sergeant Buddy Fairchild, reporting for duty. We've been waiting here on account of the lieutenant's order. I've been tasked with being your official Antarctic guide. And it's a good thing, too, because you sure ain't gonna find no one else to guide you around these parts.
The lieutenant? You mean Moldir?
Sure is shooting. Her message came in earlier today. Told me you're fixing to scale that there mountain. Gave me the job of getting you there.
Moldir, I could kiss you.
So, Sergeant Fairchild, you and these troops are under Moldir's command.
Let's skip the pleasantries, shall we? The lieutenant's orders were as clear as the day is long. If you really want to help your friends and save the world, we better get your behinds up that mountain quicker than a cat on a hot tin roof and get that record playing. Now let's get moving before the Menace get their ritual going.
Save the world? I had no idea she thought so highly of us.
Now let's see here. Mountain ain't no Everest, but it sure is a storm in July to be a tough climb for y'all big and tall ones. Well, can't never could. Buckle up, folks. I don't want to see no bodies tumbling down the mountain. You hear?
Okay, path is steep and treacherous. Tread carefully. So this is basically just a really easy time game. So just press and hold until you see it light up green, and then you jump. This is really simple. Listen up, Tones. From here on out, you best follow my lead. If y'all fall and crack the fishbowl of yours, it won't be on no laughing matter. I have an emergency plan. If things go wrong, we can use my thermos. Solid prep, soldier. Let's just pray we don't need it. Stay sharp. Eyes and ears open, you hear? That little sound effect. Excellent. Now I have 3 penguin guards. But I'll be sure to ask the names to include them in the acknowledgement section. Oh, those are Ulrich's thought. That's funny. Calling the Timekeeper. This is Ulrich. Damn it, the Foundation's communications can barely get through. What up? Lost contact with your pals? Lieutenant Moldir's intel about their ritual is critical. I have to report this to the Timekeeper as soon as possible. But the blizzard's too heavy and the mountain's too tall. We need to find a location suitable for our shortwave radio. No sweat, partner. Just leave it to me. So what kind of boat are you looking for? Electromagnetic waves get absorbed and reflected by terrain. Direct waves give off strong signals that reflect off different ones. So the fewer the obstacles between us and the Timekeeper's team, the more likely we are to make contact. Of course, the state of the ionosphere still affects a few. Sergeant Fairchild, are you listening? Huh? Of course I am. Right, I am bushy-tailed as ever. So y'all need a clear spot facing the city ruins, right? Then you folks do your thing and I'll scout on up ahead. Keep your peepers open for my markers. Can you tell I'm terrible at doing accents even though I love them? See this trail just ahead. Let's hope the score is reliable. Oh, as long as you know Remy, that's all we really need. Well, your radio working? No response, but there's no issue with the signal. Timekeeper must be busy. Don't you worry, it's all clear ahead. Just you can holler for your pals anytime you like. I'll admit that if you got a knack for science, if we make it back alive, I wonder if we could consider joining the Laplace Scientific Computing Center? I'm sure my colleagues would have no issue with accommodating another unusual arcanist. Shucks, I'm flattered. I've been keen for a visit, but I'm afraid I've already sworn my loyalty to Lieutenant Moldir. Gonna scout ahead now. Save your lecture for later. Keep moving, trying not to let your brain freeze, though. Well, I don't know about Fairchild, but it's since oh, I got something in my throat. Dying. Sorry, I don't mean to die on video like that. or on recording like that. What was I saying? Right, ferrofluid. I don't think Ulrich has to worry about his head freezing, since my understanding, ferrofluid is mostly metal. But hey, I could be wrong. There could be some liquid components that freeze. He's by far the smartest squirrel I've ever met. I should talk to him about the record later. He may have some unique insight on the matter. Well, I don't know about that, but who knows? Maybe he might say something that might surprise. I forgot to tell him that my carrier fluid doesn't freeze below -8 degrees Celsius. But considering the potential for metal to turn brittle in extreme temperatures, I'd better move fast. So, yeah, okay, that's good. This all looks good. We got direct line of sight to the city ruins, so the signal should carry. Don't just stop now, it's dangerous here. We gotta keep moving. Dangerous? We're the only one here, and the slope's quite gentle. The avalanche risk is less than 5%, or 0.5%. I need to establish communication. The intel must reach the Timekeeper now. Don't you smell that? Air's dusty. Something's lying in wait for us. Timekeeper's in danger. If we lose this calm window, the next one won't come easily. You two go on without me. The risk is mine to take. But boss, that goes against my orders. Relax. Just hand me the thermos. I know when to hide. Okay, what do we got here? Something's starting transmission to the Timekeeper. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. Ah, flux. Oh, there's our endpoint. So we got something here waiting for us. Fabulous!
At the ready, penguin pals!
Okay.
So, let's make a scene.
Let's buff
I
and
salute you.
start channeling. So I've already played this fight a little bit, so I kind of know what to expect.
Careful, pals.
That doesn't sound good.
So yeah, this is where things do get a little bit tricky, because you do want to quickly build up Oric's ultimate to minimize the chance of hitting South, because otherwise...
Decryption failed? I'll handle the tech support. A perfect algorithm. Encryption complete. Enumeration is a last resort. But
otherwise you do run the risk of these guys just putting you on ice. There we go. Perfect.
Another perfect combination of reason and passion.
That's what we'd like to see. I mean, well, it might not be your first choice. I would see Ulrich being a fairly decent addition to any teams that like extra attacks. Look, I get your worry about your pals, but this fancy radio of yours ain't worth it. Going isn't my concern. See, I have backups units. All it takes a little paperwork at headquarters. Now wait just a dang minute. What if you fall off the next time? Fine, since you got the patience for all them foundation forms, we'll take it slow. Just follow your guide and we'll make it work. But every step we take this way takes us further from the Timekeeper. Compared to management dictator, we're moving at snail's pace. Never thought I wish penguins could fly. Funny you mention it. Back in Florida, these fellows did take flying lessons from a Pedro. Of course, further thing they ever got with the old other side of the creek. Now, go on and tell them some more about those short waves and bouncy signals. Your guide will find you the spot for you. Double time now. Don't want to see no more nasty surprises. Time to think outside the tank. Maybe I can rig a radio and connect. I mean, if you could do that in a place like this, it wouldn't be that bad. Forget it, nothing will work with a Force 8 Arctic Gale. True. Yeah. You're climbing faster than a squirrel on a nut chase. Maybe being tall ain't so bad. Much appreciated. This body has certainly proven well suited for mountain terrain. I'll be sure to add it to my file report. Huff! Huff! Wouldn't mind getting one of those fancy climbing suits myself. Well, your boss is filling with equipment. How about you and I take a little break, huh? I got plenty of frozen fish. Bzz, bzz. hello, Mr. Ulrich, this is Vertain. Go ahead. We made it! And?
A brand new home and a whole new world to discover. And what took the Foundation so dang long to introduce me to you? Don't tell me they really believe that hooey in the papers. What'd it say again? Miami animal jailbreak perpetrated by squirrel?
Oh my gosh, he's a Florida man. This Buddy Fairchild is a genuine Florida man. The 9-layered city. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, for those who don't understand my oohs, here's the thing. That is a very big Dante's Inferno reference. So, if you actually seen a guide, there are a couple different parts to the Inferno for Dante's Inferno. Take a shot how many times it's Inferno. But anyway, the whole thing is you have the layer of the 7 sins. You have Purgatory, and then the entrance to Hell itself, I believe. I'm probably getting that a little bit wrong, but that's the gist of it. And so, the farther down you go, the worse your sins are, obviously, all yada yada. Sorry, don't know where that came from. I've gotten pretty restless of late. At the time of me recording this, I am on vacation. I've flown for the first time in almost 2 years. Yeah, life has been rough. 1 year I had to spend all my vacation time dealing with a bunch of other stuff. This year, mainly just I moved to a new job, and it just took a while to accumulate enough vacation to actually, take time off. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna bother with that. Down, descend the stairs, step down. I say, the devil's there.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Ulrich. This is exactly the information we needed. If everything's gone to plan, the Foundation spy should already be in Antarctica. But they haven't made contact with us yet. It seems we won't be getting any more intel on the ritual from them anytime soon. Are you certain? Alright. If you thought it through, I won't stand in your way. Just be careful, Mr. Ulrich. Mr. Ulrich? Signal's gone. I can't tell if it's an issue on his end or ours. Still, we got what we needed. The ritual will take place in a sanctuary, hidden in the volcano at the edge of the city ruins.
That means we'll need to cross the city to get there. Perhaps it's best to report back to the Foundation and wait for reinforcements before going deeper.
I'm afraid comms are down.
Could be another trick by Manus Vindictae, like the unnatural day-night cycle here. Timekeeper, maybe we should fall back. Get out of here, fix the communicator, and call for support.
That would be the safest choice. But according to Mr. Ulrich, the Foundation is tied up on the front lines. I doubt they'd be able to come to our aid in time. Besides, with every passing minute, we fall that much further behind Dr. Dorez. I suggest we stay here and search the area. Perhaps we'll find something to point us in the right direction.
Well, there are no immediate signs of danger. It should be safe to look around. But before we proceed, should we escort Miss Amundsen back to the research station? There's a high probability that we'll come into conflict with the Manus now that we're so close. She'd be safer there.
Go back? After all this? These ruins, they're the only thing that has kept me going. No, I can't turn back now. I can't.
It's okay, Sonetto. Nautika can come with me. We'll just look around the city's perimeter. You have my word.
All right. Please be careful.
Then I can take some samples, right? Maybe even dig a little?
Yes, but please keep an eye out for anything suspicious while you work. The Manus might be closer than we think. Oh, and before you go, let me enhance the warming incantation on you.
Did we fall into a trap? Is everyone all right?
My arm.
Timekeeper, are you injured?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
The ground was probably already caved in. We must have stepped on the thin layer of ice left behind. This happened back home once.
Looks like we've fallen into some underground part of the city ruins. No signal here either. We need to get back to the surface and contact the Foundation as soon as possible. This is...
Black algae! Careful. It's slippery, remember? You need to walk around it.
I've been meaning to ask. What is black algae exactly?
Ose, my team's arcanobiologist, was the first to notice it. It looks like algae, but it's actually a hybrid of an ancient fungus, and I think some kind of fibrous plant. Luckily for me, she found that they were edible. This is what I ate after I ran out of food at the station. But there's so much of it here. Look at the pattern. It looks like they've grown all the way from the foot of the volcano. This algae grows very fast and very violently. I saw one grow by a few dozen meters overnight. It's no wonder they can crack open ice and make those earthquakes happen.
Perhaps it's a new type of arcane material. I imagine there'd be quite a debate over its classification.
Alright. Let's just watch where we step. Nautika, do you have any idea where we are?
Oh, I think I do. I listened in on your conversation over the comm and filled in a few gaps on my map based on what your colleague said. Let's see. The ritual sanctuary is here, at the far end of the city, inside the dormant volcano.
Manus Vindictae will surely have that area heavily guarded.
And outside the sanctuary entrance, there's this. A kind of circular clearing. Probably one of their daily ritual sites. And this is where we are, at the outskirts of the ruins. Just look at it. This ancient city. From here, all the way up to the foot of the volcano. It's incredible. Just imagine all the secrets and answers hidden away within these walls.
If we're going to find out anything about Manus Vindictae's ritual, the answers will be in this city. Stay close, everyone. Let's head back to the exit of the labyrinth first.
Vertain! Vertain! Come look at this! A peridotite stone bed, a nice stone table and chairs. Someone used to live here. Ah, it's so stark. Even for life in Antarctica. Do you think this is where those masked snow monsters live?
I can't say for sure, but the owner wasn't exactly subtle about their interests. This is an alchemist's chamber.
This manuscript was written by the great Paracelsus, whose river of verses quenches our thirst for an endless life, and whispers the secret of the fountain of youth. Transcribed by... Cavendish. I can only make out the surname.
The Fountain of Youth? What else does it say?
There are just a few verses and illustrations.
Paracelsus. Why does that name ring a bell?
6th grade, 2nd semester, History of Alchemy, Week 1. The Life of Paracelsus. He was a pioneer in ancient alchemy and medicine. Legend has it that he invented a potion that could revive the dead.
Revive the dead. There was an array in Tuesday's motel, which the Foundation confirmed to be part of a resurrection ritual. And here in Manus Vindictae City, there's a manuscript about a revival potion. Perhaps this is what their ritual is for. To bring back the dead. And the only person they'd go to such lengths to bring back is... Arcana.
But what's Dr. Doris's part in all this?
That's still unclear. But if Manus Vindictae needs her to complete their ritual, we're on borrowed time. I'm afraid waiting for reinforcements is no longer an option. We have to go through the city. Now, Sonetto.
Agreed. The situation may be more urgent than we thought. We can't afford to linger any longer. Miss Amundsen, there's been a change of plan. We're entering the city. We'll do everything we can to keep you safe, but there's no guarantee we'll... Miss Amundsen?
You were right, Feline. The tales are true. The Mother Spirit is here, at the southernmost edge of the world. This is her resting place. The first age ends. The tolling bells are rung. Before the last, a mournful dirge is sung. Alas, where will our bones be laid to rest? O Mother, let us lie upon your breast. Vertain, here, this place. Oh, this is the place I've been searching for.
Huh?
Look, here, beneath the surface of this rock. Feel it. It looks like chalcedony, right? But it's much heavier. This rock is totally unique to Antarctica. It's never been seen anywhere else. We call it Rock of the Blank Era. This is the exact same rock Feline and I studied. 3 years ago, we ran a carbon dating test on the rock samples my grandfather brought back from Antarctica. When we ran the test on this rock, we found something strange. It was pointing to an era that didn't exist in any geological record. None of the other samples matched that strange era. We looked for other evidence, but we found nothing. No fossils, no minerals, no records. But then, when we couldn't think any longer, our folktales suddenly came to mind, and it all started to make sense. Our book, Tales of the Mother Spirit, led me here, to the end of the earth. It guided me to these ruins, to this very rock.
I see what you're saying, and I'm sure there's more to discover through this rock. But isn't it a little too soon to link it to your tale?
I'm sure of it. This is the place. It's just like Matu said, this is where the Mother Spirit rests. There is no doubt. If I can bring more samples back to the lab, we might be able to figure out the connection between the Mother Spirit and the Blank Era. We can finally find out what it was like.
Sorry to interrupt, but may I point something out? It's getting very cold in here. I can feel my resistance starting to drop.
Vertain! Monster!
Don't provoke it. There's a chance it might just leave us be.
Alright, so a few notes. So the black algae and the white stone. I'm feeling a bit of an interesting dichotomy here, but I think, You know what I think? This might be a bit of a search, but I think those. Well, the black algae is obviously something Manus has created, probably using it as a like constant source for their mask or something for the ritual. I'm not quite sure about that, but I think the white stone might be pointing to a sort of alternate timeline, a sort of remnant that the Manus managed to set in place, basically, to make their holy land. I guess if that makes sense. But again, that's I'm probably on a bit of a tinfoil hat theory right now, so take that as you will. But we are gonna just we'll see. I get we're gonna get. Whoa! Right, I forgot about you guys. We found we kind of came across Slender Man half naked. I apologize. Please don't steal my soul. Yeah, these things are terrifying. Oh,
Another jar?
Start pressing pickles.
Let's get it over quick.
Ironically, I'm hoping we can get Natsuk, our new adventure buddy from the gacha. Once we actually start rolling for her, or weaving for her, I guess is the proper term in this case. How do I do this?
You made the gear.
Soften it up a little bit.
Break it.
Next turn. Oh, never mind. She got it.
The ground. It's opening up.
Watch your step. Your first-hand experience is our best advertisement.
So I guess we've seen. I guess these will be the evolved form, what the followers become after a while.
Timekeeper, are you all right?
Alive and well. And you? Where's Nautika?
She didn't fall through with us. She's still up there, alone.
I don't hear any movement above us. Perhaps she's found a place to hide. Miss Radio, could you get her on the comm?
I'm trying.
Is that girl with you?
Huh?
You're a tricky one to track, Timekeeper. I'm ever so glad you've made it this far into the continent. I'll admit, I'd be more than happy to welcome anyone from the Foundation here. But oh, what a pleasure it is that you, of all people, would be the one to show up.
Grace? Is that you? No. Who are you really? Kayla from the ranch? Captain Grace of the Free Breeze? Or
just a familiar stranger who would ask a common moth its name, who would even notice if it weren't drawn to the flames.
So many lives have been lived through me. So many names taken. Cecily, Kayla, Grace. I've been them all, yet never quite been any of them.
So which one are you now? What's your goal here?
No need to get worked up. About Dr. Doris, or rather, Miss Erd.
I have the final piece of the puzzle that will lead you to her.
Okay. So I think it's been implied at this point that Grace is kind of a double agent. She is Miss Moth from the Foundation. And now that she's here, she's going to help us. I still don't fully trust her, though. I'm pretty sure she is going to be... She's got like a one-up trick up her sleeve, and I don't think it's going to be good for us, but... My dear siblings, they shared it all. Warmth and cold, cool and heat. But now there's something she holds alone. Okay, I'm curious what the title's about.
Lieutenant?
What is it, Sergeant?
With all due respect, what are we doing here?
We're on standby.
Standby for what?
To capture any Foundation soldiers that make it to the shore.
Then what about the ones we already captured? Why are we only holding the run-of-the-mill seamen? The other two could have been useful, but we just...
Those two? Hardly. What can an awakened researcher and a rookie guard do in Antarctica? Holding them would be a waste of resources. Where is Danilov? Tell him to meet me at the helicopter.
Stop sneaking up on me like that.
Gotcha. Some things never change, huh? Still as jumpy as you were when you were a kid.
Come on, cut it out. I'm a captain now, you know? Not some kid. What do you want? Did the lieutenant send you?
Yep. She wants you over at Canis Minor. Lucky you. Getting to stretch your legs while the rest of us have to sit here, idling away the hours.
Guess that's how it is these days. Everything still seems foggy.
Tell me about it. I thought Brazil was tough, but this is worse. Sometimes it takes more courage to stick to a choice than to make one. I think someone might be struggling with that.
You should know better than to doubt our leadership, White Gloves.
Sure, but what if they start doubting each other? What if the Admiral's steering us one way and the Lieutenant another? You saw how the Lieutenant let that Foundation researcher go. Didn't that bother you?
I trust them both, no matter what.
Your issue might just be a pedal problem, you see. In this case, either the rudder pedal has loosened, which is affecting the responsiveness of the tail rotor, or the tail blades were damaged by the impact.
I see. Let me take a look. Что было, то и будет. This is more complicated than I thought.
I would be surprised if you managed to fix it in one go. Aircraft can be tricky. Took me 2 full years back at the academy to pass theories of flight mechanics, and even longer to really get the hang of it.
I remember. Your teacher called me in 3 times because of the extreme frustration and concern about your grades.
I'm just glad I didn't call father. That would have been the end of me. You know, I don't see you using your arcane skill much these days.
Well, there is not much use for it, really. Bullets and medicine are 1,000 times more useful on the battlefield.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. Do you want some space?
No, it's fine. You're fine. We just need to get this helicopter fixed as soon as possible. Can you run another check? There was a blockage in the system that stopped my arcane energy from flowing through. Maybe the issue isn't as simple as just the pedal or blade.
Got it. I'll take another look.
That blockage. I just couldn't push past it. Did I follow the wrong circuit? Or did I just do the whole thing wrong?
I wouldn't overthink it if I were you. And stop underestimating your arcane skill. It saved us more times than I can count. Frozen prosthetics, broken casts, ripped tents. Hell, you've been fixing our guns since we were kids. There's nothing wrong with your power. We all appreciate it a lot more than you think. Did you get the adoption form when you were little too, Lieutenant?
You mean the...
Yeah. Mine came after my parents died in 1999. Even now, I still don't know what happened that day. When they brought me the death notice, they handed me an adoption form along with it. It was from Admiral Igor. At first I hated the idea. I didn't want anyone to take my father's place.
But you signed it. Otherwise you wouldn't be here.
I did. Because I needed to know what my parents gave their lives for. And the man they put beside. I've never regretted it. I'm proud of where I am, proud of everyone in this army. Not because we're the best soldiers Xenos ever had. I mean, I'm sure they definitely don't think that now. No. I'm proud because we're more than just an army. We're family. We Storm Orphans grew up together, trained together, fought side by side. We trust each other like we trust ourselves. Hell, maybe even more so. I know Father hasn't told us everything, but maybe that's for the best. The less everyone knows about his plan, the better. But no matter what, I will follow you and the Admiral to the very end. Whether it's flying a fighter into the Foundation headquarters or waiting here until the spring. I believe in him. I believe that he can take us home. And I believe in you, sister.
Thank you, Captain Danilov. Our current mission is to wait here. Those are our orders. Let's be sure we see them through.
It's always nice when you get to see a little bit of a softer side to some of these characters. So, Muldoon, I still laugh at that name. It doesn't. It sounds like something from like an like you would see like from a villain, honestly, like Muldoon the Destroyer, Muldoon the Plague Bringer, something like that. Not Muldoon the Lieutenant from Xenos. I feel sorry for her a little bit because her name's it just doesn't match her at all. But anyway. We got a little bit of her, so yeah, she was taken in as an orphan, and while I don't think she was raised as a child soldier, so to say, she kind of was more or less forced into the military a little bit by her father, her adoptive father, that is. More so because that's the only life he's ever really known, the only thing he's ever been comfortable with, if that makes some sense. So, she did have a little bit of that sense of choicing away, but not in a way that was manipulative or abusive, I would say, just like, it's kind of just what the family's always done, so that's what I'm gonna do, you know? Yeah, a lot of people have probably lived that life, and nothing against them, it's just, I do feel a little bit sorry for them, because, like, they never got a chance to find out, maybe there's something better for them out there, you know? I mean, I'm not gonna lambast them telling them, oh, stop doing what you're doing, but just maybe try something new, you know? But that's me, that's a whole nother can of worms I'm not gonna get into. But besides that, let's see. In the month of madness. The mouth of madness. Why did I say mouth? Oh wow. So we're back to Lovecraft. That's good to know. The mad often speak the truth. That sentence is charged. I'm not gonna get into that. So.
Miss Grace, you're a Manus apostle. Don't think we've forgotten what you did aboard the Free Breeze. What exactly are you scheming now?
Ah, the Free Breeze. My lovely little cruise ship. Like you, I often find myself missing those serene days on the water. But it seems a few unpleasant memories and misinterpreted actions have deeply wounded your trust in me.
Timekeeper?
It's fine, Sonetto. I have a few questions I'd like to ask. On our way here, we discovered a couple of items that I believe belonged to Dr. Doris. A stethoscope and a typewriter. It seems they were intentionally left behind, like a series of signposts pointing us here. You wouldn't happen to know anything about these items, would you? How about the powder we found on the typewriter? It's finer than snow and reflects the sunlight differently. It sticks to the skin and is bitter on the tongue. Any idea how it got there? And how the typewriter ended up lying in the snowfields? Did you leave it there? Were you giving directions to the Foundation's investigators?
Come to think of it, that powder looked like the scales from a Lepidoptera wing, a butterfly, or a moth. Huh! Moth, it's you, isn't it? You're the Foundation spy.
I could provide you with a detailed account of the Foundation's phototaxis experiments if you need further proof of my identity. But we're running out of time. I'll lead you to the sanctuary. Dr. Doris, Miss It's already inside. Oh, and my moths have just brought some new information. Your human friend has also gone in that direction. The gate to the sanctuary won't stay open forever, Timekeeper. Shall we?
No. No. This can't be real. This is how it ends, isn't it? Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this alone. Vertain, Sonetto, Miss Radio. Possible cause of death 1. Freezing. Frozen solid with a bunch of unstudied samples clutched in my hands. Possible cause of death 2. Getting torn apart. Cold, sticky monster fingers sinking into my skin and ripping me to pieces. Possible cause of death 3. Killing myself before 1 or 2 can happen to me. Who was that? Feline? Oh, I thought you were gone. Thank you. Thank you, Mother Spirit. Thank you for keeping us both in one piece. We'll find a way out of here. We'll look after each other. Oh, goodness, Feline, you're a sack of bones. I met 2 arcanists. They'll help us. I would have never even gotten here if it weren't for them. You should have seen how they chased off those snow monsters. You can trust them. Come, Feline. We have to find them. They'll protect us. They'll get us home. Feline, why aren't you saying anything? Can't you speak? It must be the cold. Yes, once we get back, you'll feel better. I promise. No? Why? Feline, listen, I found it. The resting place of the Mother Spirit, and the Rock of the Blank Era. Remember? I found lots of it. I found everything we came for. Mother Spirit? Will see me soon. I don't understand. You're going to meet the Mother Spirit? But... You mean, she has a mortal form? She's a living creature, like us? And she's here, in this ruin? But how? Is this what the 9th story in the Tales of the Mother Spirit is about? Mother and child, their heartbeats both align in joyful union through the womb of time. No, it can't be. The tales say that the Mother Spirit should be asleep. She shouldn't wake up until after the Arctic polar day. So if she's asleep, then who are you going to see? Feline, I really don't understand. You really won't come back with me? But if you come with me now, we'll be home soon. I drew a map, like you always did. There's food cached in the depots on the way. I even managed to train new sled dogs and...
The ritual is ready. They are waiting. Time to go.
Onward, child. Follow the word of mouth. To the Earth's edge, the land farthest south. The Mother Spirit's light, with ancient glow, guides us to the great current, nature's flow. Wait for me, Feline.
Okay, so I think we all know where this is going. I feel bad for Nautika. She's finally gotten one of her friends back, but only to them right there and then. I don't think she quite understands what her friend was trying to tell her all the way, but I'm not going to spoil that. For those who don't, I could be wrong for one, so I don't want to say it out loud. But anyway, until then, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos when they come out. Share the content with people you enjoyed, or just leave a bit of background noise in life. Until then, it's been Starborn Feline signing off now, saying be kind, try Chris tomorrow, and for this episode, comment down below. What is your thought on what's going to happen to Nautika's friend? I personally already think I know what it is, but I want to hear what your opinions are. Until then, everybody, have a great day, evening, whatever for watching this, and Starborn Feline saying goodbye.